enemesis, a philosophical word used by Plato. It means remembering something your soul already knew, and poetically, it means loving something as if your soul is remembering them. I think in a way everyone has something like this, something or someone that always connects them, making them a better person, bringing them immense joy, or even making them stronger as a whole. To me, this is one of the purest ways of being completely in touch with your soul. We all go through things that we look back on and regret, moments where we wish we can go back and do something differently. But it's in those moments where you should take the time and remember the good. Remember the things that gave you the most meaning in the first place. And sometimes just seeing or remembering something can lead to a new slide on life, or even just keep you going. This could be a sport, playing a video game, or even just seeing a close friend. Sometimes all it takes is the memory of someone to remind you who you really are, or who you even are trying to become, which maybe leads to you starting to question something you've been wanting the answer to for a very long time. And this leads me to the topic of today's video.
If you feel something, you feel something. It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
Rita, we're connected. Wherever I am, I feel you.
Can we just pretend like it's the first time?
She came in and she was like a shot of espresso. She's like being bathed in sunlight. She's incredibly energetic and enthusiastic.
I should die more often.
You did. You died everywhere. Forever. You're the only thing I can't replace.
Tobita, what is it that you want?
To see La Brava.
This is the best meal I've ever had.
The best meal I ever had was a $5 pizza thrown up a fire escape.
I had to see you again, and I don't know anything about you, but I really like you. You know, you're so beautiful.
Alright, here we go. It's been a very, very long time since I made a video on this manga. This manga has been a part of the reason why I even started this channel to begin with, but I wanted to come back and talk about something a little different. A different side of Vagabond that most people don't often talk about. There are so many bigger and broader topics about Vagabond that a lot of YouTubers go over, you know, the art, the writing, the development of characters, the philosophy of the sword, honestly Vagabond as a whole. But there's one thing that not many people talk about. Something in my opinion is one of the biggest reasons Musashi has gotten to where he is now, and one of the reasons he continues to move forward, this being love. Although I'm not very experienced in this topic, I thought it would be interesting to talk about. Throughout the story, we see Musashi go through these trials and tribulations that allow him to learn and get stronger. Every fight, every defeat, every victory, slowly shaping the man he becomes. But there's a moment where simply meeting someone he cares about, even in a state of bloodthirst, to finally stop and question something. And it's in this moment, their second long-term encounter with each other, that we really see how much he cares for her. And how this feeling, something so human and fragile, actually allows him to grow stronger in a completely different way. This happens in the 10th volume of Vagabond. Before this, Musashi is at Yaguyu village, seeking to fight the man that is supposed to be quote-unquote invincible, thinking that defeating this man will lead him closer to his true goal. During this time, he enters a fierce battle against the 3 best senior swordsmen in the village. This fight takes a major turn, leading him down a river and eventually into a bamboo forest. The entire atmosphere changes. The chaos of the battle slowly fades into something quieter. Musashi later hears the echo of a certain melody, a song that he somehow recognizes. This song is being played by Otsu, expressing her memories of being close with Musashi, praying that he would be with her right now at this very moment. Musashi getting closer to this causes Otsu to become scared, thinking someone was trying to assassinate her sensei. Both approaching to each other, coming face to face. Musashi becomes completely distracted by her beauty, Otsu also being frozen with immense fear, unable to move a single inch, and for a moment the world stops. Musashi completely forgetting that he was being chased by these senior swordsmen. For someone like Musashi, who spends most of his life surrounded by violence, death, and survival, this moment feels almost unreal. There are so many things in this world that brings us this type of love and enjoyment. It could be the love for a sport, scoring that final point at the very last second, reaching the top of the mountain and seeing the endless world below, or it can even be a person like Otsu, an indescribable form of a connection with someone, and enemesis, a feeling like your soul is remembering something it never wanted to lose. This moment reminds me of another story, where a connection with someone helps change and shape a person into who they eventually become, guiding them even long after they're gone, and helping them become the person they are today, later taking this gift and cherishing it for the rest of their life. This happens when we finally learn the backstory of the immortal man Skips.
Seems I'm a fool, but God, I wait for you. The river still flows, but time stands still in these fields.
Around 300 years ago, before Skips became the immortal man we all know, back when his name was just simply Walks, he's seen at school, really just being his true self, fighting with the school bully, his name being Clorkbane. Walks has a pretty good connection with everyone at his school, but there's someone in his school that really catches his eye. Her name was Mona, and the two of them completely hit it off. She becomes someone who changes Walks. She teaches him patience, compassion, and understanding. She becomes a new light in his life, something that's often overlooked for him, since he's mostly known for fighting. But with her, he becomes something else. It's prom night, and Walks gets put into a bad predicament. Clorkbane and Walks were set to have a fight that same day. Mona specifically tells Walks that if he fights again, they wouldn't end up together. So during this moment, Walks makes a choice. He chooses her, the person that he fell deeply in love with. He steps onto the dance floor and decides to enjoy this moment instead. But that decision doesn't end the conflict. It only delays it. Clorkbane crashes the prom and starts to fight himself. And in the chaos that follows, a terrible moment arises. This fight in the building sadly costs the death of someone he cherished the most. This leads to Walks being completely enraged, tapping into the Fist of Justice, which were specifically designed to defeat Clorkbane. Using this power, he finally takes him down, at the price of losing the love of his life, someone that changed him, made him better, convinced him to turn a new leaf, become someone new. Years later, Walks is offered a deal that is honestly kind of depressing. Since no one can really kill or permanently defeat Clorkbane, they offer Walks immortality, so that every 157 years, he can rise again to defeat him. Walks sadly accepts this offer, knowing that everything that will come with it, having to watch everyone he loves slowly grow old and die. Since immortals need a new name, they ask him what he would like to be called. Thinking back, Walks remembers the time he truly felt happy, the only person that gave him that new light, remembering all the times both of them would skip together down the road. And just like that, Skips was born. This name forever keeps Mona with him wherever he goes, for eternity. Yeah, this is honestly kind of depressing thinking back on it. Alright, back to the story. After Otsu and Musashi encounter each other, she hides him away from the senior swordsman so they don't find him. When she goes back to check on him, he's completely gone, which leads to, in my personal opinion, the best 12 chapters of this arc. Musashi is seen sword drawn, literal centimeters away from taking the title of Invincible from the Yagyu Tsukishusai. But then we cut to a backstory in Musashi's past, where he was once in the exact same predicament, and how that encounter didn't end well for him. This leads Musashi to begin to question what he should even do. Would killing this man truly make him invincible? He's then attacked by someone, that person being himself. I think this is the very first time Musashi is seen on his own accord, questioning his beliefs, looking back and wondering if the word invincible is truly the title he wants to own. Seeing where his own father ended up, not being able to truly be himself, because all he could think about is holding on to this title, the invincible under the sun. He himself was haunted by that title, closing off the world around him just to justify having it. Musashi now asks the question, "Tell me, old man, what does it even mean to be invincible?" When he finally speaks his mind, stating that he's gone this far, fighting off the best disciples just to get to him, and in this moment Musashi finally realizes something, that this man, the man seconds away from being cut down, sleeping peacefully without a thought in the world, was the real thing. This man is invincible. Then, this whole time, he wasn't even asleep. Musashi now finds himself conflicted. He actually grew fond of this old man, finally seeing that he was nothing compared to him, and that he would return someday. The old man realizes that Musashi is the man Otsu was always talking about, her lover, and decides to be generous. Musashi now asks him the question again, since he was awake. What does it mean to be invincible? And these words, these simple 3 words, are what changes Musashi's outlook on the goal he has been chasing for this entire time. Invincible is merely just a word. The more you think about it, the more obscure the answer becomes. If something's too obscure, try closing your eyes, and we are left with probably one of the most famous panels in all of Vagabond. When Musashi closes his eyes, all he sees is Otsu. The next chapter we see her again, still waiting for him. Hours spent sitting there. All Musashi wants to do is take her with him, for her to just be by his side. But he knows that this is too dangerous. This life he's chasing has no place for her. This arc honestly changed the way I see things. We all have these big, immense goals, things we chase for years, and eventually we reach moments where we start to question everything. Is it worth it? Will this even work out? And sometimes in those moments, all we have to do is close our eyes and remember what truly matters, to see the bigger picture, to remember the people, the moments, and the things that made us keep going in the first place. Because in the end, this life we live is truly infinite.